Hey everyone, thanks so much for joining me for Chronicles in Collecting, where I'm going to open the Robot Spirits RX-78-1 Gundam version anime from Mobile Suit Gundam. This figure came out in November 2017 and retailed for 6,000 yen, or about $53 US at the time. So this is going to be the last part of the white base sort of diorama that I've been putting together over the last, month or two. Just to kind of do a brief rehash, we had the gun cannon with the launch bay, and then we had hangar bays with the G3 unit and the gun tank. So in addition to having a really cool color scheme, this comes with a bunch of really cool accessories, and since it's basically just another RX-78, it is compatible with all of them. Actually, on the box, they show, various RX-78 version anime stuff, using the weapons. And then also, if you have the full armor Gundam, which we looked at a few weeks ago, you could actually put you could put that armor on this. Not quite sure why you would do that, but you could. So that's cool. I think it's pretty typical of the RX-78s. You have the beam sabers that kind of go into the backpack. I'm assuming those come out. I just really like this color scheme. Obviously, black and white looks super cool. On the Gundam with sort of the red highlights there. Pretty small figure, but I'm pretty sure it's just exactly the same as all the RX-78s. So we take a quick look at the accessories. So you get the ball and chain, which is sweet. And since I had bought the real marking version of the RX-78, I didn't really get a lot of the accessories, so it's cool that I kind of have these. Here's the for the guns in the helmet, and then obviously, since this is version anime, you get a whole bunch of different effect parts. I think this is a blaster fire. Then you have sort of the curved beam, to kind of give a pose a little bit more perspective, which I'm a big fan of. You got the vernier effects. I could add that to kind of the bag that I just have full of them that I never use, but I keep here just in case. Never know. I think probably the coolest part of this set is this shield. I think that just this iconic Gundam shield looks so cool in these colors. It's almost worth it for me just for that shield alone. You got the rocket launcher, and this is the same one we've seen with the G3, just in slightly different colors. You got another beam saber holster there, which I don't think we really need to take a look at. A pretty generic looking beam rifle. And then we got a whole bunch of cool effect parts for the rocket launcher. Would love to find a cool use for this rocket launcher, because these effect parts are so cool. It's just this is some exhaust, and then here's the actual rocket being fired. And then finally, as is pretty typical, you got a whole bunch of hands, 2, 4, 6, 8 extra hands there. And you got the hand rack, and that may or may not be of use to you. But so anyway, I'm going to take a look at this figure. I'm going to, probably not do too much of a pose, because I'm just going to throw it on the storage deck. I'll probably grab a core fighter to kind of, do that thing where, it's being repaired or something like that. So hopefully that'll look nice. And I'll be back in a few minutes with some final thoughts. All right, and we are back. You can barely see me behind this entire thing, but we finally have the entire kind of white base diorama completed. We have the launch deck with the gun cannon over here. We have the first hangar bay with the RX-78-3. We have the second hangar bay with the gun tank, and then we have the third one with the RX-78-1 prototype Gundam. As far as the core fighter, I grabbed the core fighter from the RX-78-2 real type color. It's not exactly the same color, but I think it'll give me a little bit of poetic license here while posing. Poetic license? I should cut that out, but I won't. And then I kind of made a trade, because I took the rocket launcher with the cool rocket launcher effects, and I used that for the real type color version, so it's all even. Anyway, as far as the figure itself for the RX-78, One, I mean, it's the same figure we've seen 1,000 times. I like the color scheme. If the color scheme interests you, get it. If some of those parts interest you, then get it. Otherwise, I think kind of know what you're getting into. I'm sure everyone probably has tons of RX-78s. As far as this entire kind of display base, I really like it. I hope they do more for the Gundam Seed stuff. I wouldn't mind seeing more for Universal Century. The only other kind of thing like this that I know that they did was the final battle between the Zeong and the RX-78 2. So I definitely have that. I have those sitting in my closet, so hopefully get to those in a couple of weeks to put that next to this. And I know that Bandai's been releasing not robot spirits, but other kind of like diorama sets you could use. The one that looked the most interesting to me was the Jaburo base for when the Char's Zeong, the Char's Zagak, kind of shish kebabs the gym during that invasion sequence. So I have that coming as well. So look forward to checking that out. And there's some cool effect parts that come with those figures to help recreate that scene. Anyway, thanks so much for checking out this video. If you enjoyed it, I'd really appreciate a like or subscribe. If there's something else that you want to see, either with some of these figures or something else, let me know in the comments and I will see what I can do. Still trying to figure out the summer schedule. Not 100% sure what anime I'm going to be reviewing, but I'll still be doing 2 figure reviews a week, just not 100% sure of the days yet. Thanks so much and keep collecting.